up their time. It's just disrespectful. But what little bit of time I got, I thoroughly enjoyed, and it was awesome for some of you that listen to this show to be able to see that and experience it. And you know, I got to tell you, and this goes back to that question of, well, why don't you do something in mainstream, Rick? Also, over the years, I've had many people try to get me to do some stand-up comedy, especially amateur night. We used to have a comedy club here in town, and I can't tell you how many times people have tried to get me to do amateur night at it. And I'm getting more comfortable with it. I've been on stage a couple of times now doing my thing, and I'm getting more and more comfortable with it, and I'm liking it more and more. I got these weird issues with, the OCD and the germs and the people and crowds and even people looking at me, and it's really weird. It's freakish by most accounts, but I'm getting used to it. And 6-7 years ago, I didn't even know I didn't even know I had the knack for doing this. But it was cool. I realized I had the knack for it. It was a way for me. I think I was born to do it. And again, I'm not trying to have a big head, but I think this kind of thing has been waiting to be released from me all my life. And the thing about doing radio is, I'm in my cozy little studio. I'm hidden behind a mic. If things are going downhill, I can throw in some music, right? I got a bunch of people staring at me. I can broadcast naked. Nothing but bunny slippers. They're soft on my feet, and it's real bunny fur. And so being on a stage was never even a thought for me. It was always a no. It's because it's different. I'm not hidden away. And again, if things go bad on radio, I got a million ways out of it. The other thing about stand-up comedy is, and again, no disrespect to any comedian out there. There's a ton of them out there that I love to death. But I have never done anything scripted. And comedians are scripted to a point. They have a set that they do for an hour to 90-minute special, and when they and the big ones, when they go on tour, they do that same exact set, that same exact kind of scripted set, every place they go on tour. It's the same show, just in a different city. And for a weird, I can't do it that way. Those of you that have listened forever here to me over the years, I script nothing. Honestly, with the exception, there's a small bit of prep work for the top 30, a small bit of prep work for the, interview night. And I'm telling you, interview night is very, very little prep work. In fact, one of the things I tell the artist before interviewing them, because a lot of times they'll ask me, well, is there going to be, do you have any questions you want me to know of ahead of time, this, that, and I tell them all the same thing. No. I turn the mic on and we do our thing. Think of it of us just plopping down on the couch and having a conversation. Two people just kind of hanging out and learning. It's just me learning about you, having a conversation. That's it. We turn the mic on and go. And so with the stand-up comedy thing, I don't have a set. It's the way my crazy-ass mind works is, you put a microphone in my hand or in front of my mouth. There's a little switch in my head that flips. And it's a whole totally different mode. And you can ask those who met me at Truck and Bozos. I can't tell you how many times when I meet people, they tell me, my God, you are so different off the mic. It's like night and day, Rick. You are totally different off the mic than you are in person. Well, I know. If I was like who I am in person when the mic's not on, people wouldn't listen to that. They'd be bored to death. Right. A lot of that going on, Jose. I'm smart enough to know You got to do something crazy and entertaining. Listen, it's a little known fact. In the radio business, it is it's been researched. It's been studied. And they say that you lose your audience's attention within the first hour. After the first hour, you lose your audience's attention and it starts dropping off. I can't tell you how many times I've done 3 full-hour shows and have had people that have been there from the start to the finish, and in some cases asking for another. Makes me feel like you're doing something right. I mean, yeah, it's not scripted. This isn't your cookie-cutter station. But I know if I want to keep your attention for any length of time, I got to make it somewhat interesting and crazy. And that's the same way when I get on stage. When I get on stage, I want to make that an experience that you're going to talk about for the next week. I want to make that an experience that you're questioning yourself later at night. Did I really just hear or witness that? Good example. It's Friday night. I can talk about this openly now. Saturday night, Truckin' Bozo's Bar and Grill. I took the stage. I took the microphone. I'm giving away some stuff. I made Randall show his tits because he wanted to win something or other. It was like a Charger or something. So I made him show his tits. Somewhere in the front of the audience, I hear a little old voice say, "I'm not wearing panties." 77-year-old Junebug out of nowhere. "Rick, I'm not wearing panties." So, the retarded bastard that I am says, "Prove it! Prove it, baby." Sure enough, she did. Right in front of everybody, lifts up that skirt and proves to me that she wasn't wearing any panties. In front of everybody. 77 years old. She got her prize, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. And I'm looking into the audience after this happens. And I'm looking out there into the audience, and I can see people's jaws are dropped. They're laughing, their jaws are dropped. They cannot believe they just experienced that. And that's what I'm talking about. When I get on stage, that's what I want to happen. I can't script anything. If I have to think about it, I'll just fuck it up. All right? If it's something I got to think about or go back into my head, I just fuck it up. Give me a mic, turn it up, and I'll get their attention. And after I get their attention, I'll make them beg for more.
That easy to be. Things right in front of you can be hard to see. Was working all the time to give her what she needs. I was wrong to leave that girl alone. Too many nights I spent away. Should have been here instead of working late when she wanted me. She needed me. Coming home to try and tell her, girl, I'm sorry and I can't live without you, but oh, I'm way too late. She left today. Her wedding ring in my heart in her favorite chair. Everything I thought she wanted is still right here.
Joyce in the show chat there says she's surprised I didn't pass out after the visual. Now listen, ladies. Right, don't knock old Junebug and her 77-year-old pantyless nether regions, all right? Because you're going to be that age one day. And I want to tell you, I was shocked that it happened. But I definitely wasn't shocked by I was kind of shocked by the visual, but not like you'd think. I have no clue what I was expecting. All right, I have never seen a of that age before, and so I didn't know what to expect, and I got to be honest with you. It's easy for me to say, ladies, don't knock old Junebug. You're going to be that age one day, because I was slightly impressed. All right, I was very impressed because it wasn't anything I would have thought. It was, I don't know how to put this and still be respectful. It was like, have you ever been to the bakery? Subway. Have you ever been to Subway and they pull out a fresh, warm batch of sub buns? They haven't even been creased open yet. Jose, we gotta. What is the Rose of Music Mafia Radio still listening? I'm all excited and stuff now. Rose, we haven't gotten freaky. We haven't gotten jiggy with it in a while, baby. Me and you, Rose, right now.
Everybody's got their thing and each go to their own. Some people like CSI, some like Game of Thrones. Some like smoking cigarettes and some like smoking pipes. Some like Woody Harrelson and some like Wesley Snipes. Some people like chicken, some prefer their beef. Some like vegetarian, but that's alright with me. Cause when my dinner's done and gone and it's time for tasty treats, there's only one thing that I want, there's only one thing that I need. Cause some like cocoa butter cake, some like cherry pie. Some prefer their almond flake, but I just don't know why. Some just like some creme brulee and some like wine and cheese. But that just ain't the thing for me. Oh, I want my strawberries and cream, yeah, yeah, yeah.